Las Vegas, a city known for its extravagance, is raising the bar even further in 2025. Sky-high resorts, massive stadiums, billion-dollar tunnels, and America's first ever high-speed rail system. In today's video, we take a closer look at Nevada's most impressive megaprojects under construction in 2025, starting with Number 5. The A's Arena. In 2017, Las Vegas got its first sports franchise when the Golden Knights joined the NHL. Just 3 years later, the Oakland Raiders officially became the Las Vegas Raiders when they moved to the newly constructed Allegiant Stadium. By 2024, more than 60,000 people turned up at the Allegiant Stadium for Nevada's first ever Super Bowl, confirming Vegas as the biggest up-and-coming sports town in the country. And now, Sin City is ready to welcome its next big sports team with the Oakland Athletics of Major League Baseball moving to the Vegas Strip. To make that happen, the Athletics are building a 33,000-seat arena on the site of the Tropicana Las Vegas, an iconic casino hotel that closed in April 2024 after 67 years on the Vegas Strip. Demolition work continued for 6 months and finished in October with the implosion of the 2 hotel towers. Construction for the new stadium broke ground in June 2025, and the latest renderings are nothing short of spectacular, revealing a massive entertainment complex enclosed inside a domed shell. Inspired by the armadillo, the shell is designed to save visitors from the harsh environmental conditions of the desert city. The structure is made up of 5 overlapping shells resembling baseball pennants, positioned in a way to provide shading while also allowing enough sunlight to peek through the glass windows. The exterior will be dressed in metal panels, and the entrance is designed to be a stunning cable net glass wall, which is set to be the largest in the world when completed. From the inside, the see-through dome will offer views of the Las Vegas Strip, with the New York Hotel and MGM Grand in clear sight. On the playing field, this new arena will have the closest seats to home plate and the smallest foul territory of any MLB ballpark, offering 33,000 fans an even more thrilling watch. To round it off, a future casino and a hotel is proposed for the rest of the 9-acre site. From stadium design to entertainment value, this planned stadium looks like a landmark of the future. However, not everyone is sold on the idea. Just recently, The Guardian called it debacle in the desert. One of the reasons for this harsh criticism is the track record of the franchise owner John Fisher and his ability to build a new stadium. Since taking complete control in 2005, Fisher has proposed a new stadium on 9 different sites across the Bay Area. The last of these sites was the waterfront shipping port Howard Terminal, where despite getting $750 million in infrastructure grants, Fisher pulled out of the deal in 2024. There are also question marks over the billionaire's ability to secure enough funding for the construction of such a behemoth. Initial estimates put the construction cost of the A's stadium at $1.5 billion, which was raised to $1.75 billion last year. However, Fisher recently accepted that the cost will rise to over $2 billion. This could make the ballpark the most expensive non-casino structure ever built in Vegas, even eclipsing the $2.3 billion Sphere. As of now, Fisher has about $855 million in funding, leaving a gap of more than $1 billion, which means that the franchise will need a lot of funding, and very soon. Despite the pessimism, the Athletics remain committed to the desert venue and plan to open the stadium for the 2028 season. Till then, the A's will play at least the next 3 seasons at a minor league ballpark in West Sacramento. With the Oakland Athletics optimistic of a move to Vegas, the city needs to prepare itself for further influx in tourism, and the next project on our list is an effort to do just that. Number 4. Las Vegas Loop Expansion. Las Vegas has a major traffic congestion problem. Every year, more than 40 million people arrive in the city, and a gridlock for casino goers has become a common occurrence. But for a city that claims to be the ultimate entertainment destination, a smooth flow of traffic and fast-paced transportation is almost necessary. To overcome the issue, Vegas needed a mass transit system. Monorail and subway ideas were explored, but Elon Musk claimed to have a cheaper fix. In 2019, his Boring Company started working on a novel idea: a network of tunnels underneath the city with an unobstructed flow of fast cars that will change transportation forever. The proposal felt like a project set in a distant future. Tesla cars inside the 68-mile stretch of tunnels were supposed to go up to 155 miles an hour. Boring said the whole system would take almost 90,000 passengers across the city every day, making it one of the most efficient transport networks in the world. By 2022, Las Vegas had a glimpse. The Vegas Loop completed a 2.1-mile tunnel system serving the convention center with 5 underground stations. And now, Boring says it is ready to expand. New connections are taking shape, with a 25-mile extension and 18 new stations in the works. Once completed, the project will cost upward of $3 billion. But while the city administration has welcomed the developments, the project has faced intense scrutiny since it was first conceived 6 years ago. Despite talking a big game, Elon and his company have managed to build less than 5 miles of tunnels, and even fewer are in use. Not many people currently avail the service, and the cars reach a maximum speed of 55 miles per hour, a far cry from the promised 155 miles per hour. There's an argument to be made that the loop isn't mass transit at all. At best, it can be called a glorified single-lane underground road. For critics, the Vegas Loop is more detrimental to the city, as it creates roadblocks for future large-scale transit projects that can actually make a difference. As of right now, the Vegas Loop remains a polarizing megaproject, with its future hanging in the balance. In the meantime, the city continues to grow upwards and outwards, with new infrastructure replacing the old. Just like Number 3. Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. When the Mirage Casino opened in 1989, it had an immediate transformative impact on the Vegas Strip. It felt like a new life was breathed into a city that was quickly losing its charm. First of the new age of mega resorts on the Vegas Strip, the Mirage cost $630 million to build. It was the most expensive casino ever built at the time and turned Vegas from a gambling destination to an all-around entertainment hub. Over the next few decades, the Mirage's volcano became a tourist attraction in its own right, with the hotel becoming a reference point for all Vegas had to offer. 35 years later, the Mirage's race is run. The owners, MGM Resorts, no longer want to invest in the aging property and have shifted focus to other holdings across the Strip. Taking its place is a massive Hard Rock Casino resort. Shaped like a guitar, the new entertainment venue will rise 700 feet in the sky, making it one of the most recognizable buildings in the city. The new resort promises more rooms, more entertainment, and more bright lights. Hard Rock International acquired the Mirage in December 2022 for $1 billion. They agreed to operate the casino for another 18 months before finally closing its doors in 2024. Demolition work started in July and ended with the iconic volcano torn down by the end of August. Work is now underway to replace it with a guitar and to open the new venue by 2027. Once completed, the hotel will shoot 6 light beams over the guitar-shaped building. Acting as guitar strings, the beams will help the resort stand out in the burgeoning city. Hard Rock CEO Jim Allen has estimated that the project will cost close to $5 billion. However, it won't be the most expensive building in the city for long. Number 2. LVXP Arena and Casino Resort. With so many sports teams turning to Las Vegas, it's only right that the city finally gets its own NBA team. Before that happens, the city needs an arena fitting of any NBA team on the roster. Those plans may become a reality soon with an 18,000-seat arena on the north end of the Strip, but the developers are not stopping there. they are bidding for a massive entertainment complex with 3 skyscrapers that will tower over the Vegas skyline. At 752 feet tall, the LVXP Resort will become the tallest occupied building on the Strip, a title currently held by the project's neighbor, the 737 feet tall Fontainebleau. The site itself isn't new to the NBA chatter. For years, former basketball player Jackie Robinson lobbied to build a future $5 billion arena right here. However, those plans fell through in 2023 after the Clark County Commission denied a 4th extension request. Robinson failed to collect the funds he needed, and the site has effectively remained abandoned for years. Clark County has now given the nod to a conglomerate of businessmen to finally develop the site. Renderings show the future tallest building in Vegas covered with gold and silver glass and illuminated with extravagant LED lighting. While the NBA arena remains the centerpiece, the development will also feature over 2,000 rooms, luxury condos, and a 6,000-seat theater. Set to break ground in 2025, the project will take 4 years to build, with construction costs topping $6 billion. The completion of the LVXP Arena may coincide with America's first authentic high-speed rail system that is already leaving a mark on Las Vegas. Number 1. Brightline West. For years, America has debated the merits of building the country's first high-speed rail system. They even started one and poured over $100 billion into it. However, the California high-speed rail has failed to launch, and its future hangs in the balance. That and quite a few other rail projects in America remain stagnant. However, the Brightline West high-speed rail between Las Vegas and California is firmly on track. The 218-mile line, more than 2 decades in the making, will connect Las Vegas to Greater Los Angeles via Interstate 15. But why are they building it here? The Las Vegas-California corridor is one of the biggest travel routes in the country. Every year, more than 50 million Americans take this trip, reaching their destination in 4 hours. Brightline West will cut that time in half, with electric trains reaching high speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. While these speeds remain quite some way behind bullet trains like Tokyo's Chuo Shinkansen and the Shanghai Maglev, it is still a great start for America's high-speed future. Brightline West will also ensure a smooth trade route between the 2 states while massively reducing the carbon footprint of millions of cars every year. Construction broke ground earlier this year, including on a flagship station in Las Vegas that will act as the project's north terminus. Work on the rail tracks along the I-15 will begin in late 2025. For the fully electric trains, Brightline West has selected Siemens Mobility to manufacture a fleet of 10 American Pioneer 220 train sets. Production will begin on American soil in Horsehead, New York in 2026. Each train will seat more than 400 passengers, with all testing and maintenance operations set for a facility currently under construction in Sloan, Nevada. In its entirety, the Brightline West infrastructure plan involves building 160 structures along the Las Vegas-California corridor, including 6 major stations. Initial estimates put the cost of the project at over $12 billion. However, budgetary delays seem unlikely at this point, with more than $6.5 billion already secured in federal grants. Brightline West had initially planned to open the rail line in time for the 2028 LA Olympics. However, the completion date has now been pushed back to the end of the year. Once complete, the high-speed rail will serve 11 million passengers every year. But do you think this is a worthy trade-off? And is high-speed rail a better mass transit alternative to the Vegas Loop? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, watch this video about a mega bridge that will reshape North America's trade. Keep following Signum for more interesting stories behind the world's biggest mega projects.